There we go. Alright. Want to check PC side of things, because sometimes for some weird random reason because sometimes for some random reason it's like the fucking uh Twitch chat stuff, you know, like everything, like it doesn't want to, it's not load, you know, won't always load, not load up and all that. So, yeah, man. Alright, everything on Discord seems to be going nicely, so we'll create a dashboard. Let me check stream, so I was looking at sound and everything, hopefully. Okay. Well, there's that. Alright, so everything seems to be good, so I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, excuse me. So, so yeah, as always, everyone, hey yo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Rose is here. I don't know why, every time I say like my name, it's like I'm always saying it so fast and it always sounds so weird to me. It's like it tries like Mr. Rumble Roses. But anyway. Yeah, so welcome to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons, and today it is pretty much 3 a.m. my time, and I'm pretty much like, you know, wide awake and everything like that, because I've been asleep for quite a while, I would say. And I figured that I would do some more attempt of Elden Ring Nightreign doing my double balancer Duchess build. Um, Last time I did this on stream, I took on, I believe, Libra and Fulgor, aka Equilibrium's Beast, Dark Drift Knight. So now we're going to be trying to do a thing of hopefully trying to beat the final two bosses in the main game. which is going to be Fissure in the Fog and Night Aspect. Um, so there's that. Before I do everything, before I attempt to do all that, I'm gonna show you guys the build, talk about some other stuff here and there. So yeah, I'm using Dutch's Urn, which has which has one red and two blue slots. Um, and this is the build. So using the Wheel of Balance, which has improved melee attack power, improved skill attack power, and occasionally nullify attack when damage negation is lowered. You get this from defeating the Everdark version of the Balancers. Mixed up with the Wheel of Balancers, which the first two things are the same, but the last one is a continuous AP recovery. You get this one from defeating the irregular Balancers, hence why it's a double Balancer relic. And the third slot is a blue Grand Drizzly Scene, where it has, I think for Duchess, where it improves her character skill attack power, improve initial standard attack, and starting armament inflicts frost. So the reason why I'm using this is because from the stuff that the reason why I'm using this that's because from the little research stuff that I've done, the supposed best way to have like a double balance Duchess build is to have a thing that improves her character skill attack power, which pretty much is like involved in her restates ability. So like, okay, I want to look and see what I have for that. And lo and behold, this blue one was the best one that this blue one was one of the ones that I had. That was, I think, I don't know if I said like the best one that I had or like the only one that I had, but to have the improved character skill attack power and all that stuff, was like the main goal, and then like other stuff was kind of like secondary, but optional and all that stuff. And I guess you could say I had like a decent enough. I guess you could say I had a decent enough relic, to hopefully to go with it. So it's like yeah, it's like improved initial standard attack and framework deal inflicts frost. So yeah. But yeah, so the way that this works, I actually have to send it back to that because I was actually kind of experimenting with a build on my downtime and trying to do like a solo run almost. But anyway, so the way that things usually work with these little playthroughs, I like to kind of like refer to these as like fun run playthroughs and all that stuff. Basically what happens is I try and do like 2 bosses per stream, and depending on how things go, determines whether or not if I, fully vlog the stream from start to finish, or if I make like a little Twitch video for Twitch and just keep it on Twitch until I've possibly run out of space or whatever, or I don't do anything at all. So yeah, so besides all that though. The way that I usually do things is it's like I usually play in trios where it's like I pair up with a couple of random people. Um, and I try and build to do the best I can. From like going to getting some nice weaponry, maybe so hopefully some some nice talismans, and all that stuff. And just see if we can actually be able to beat the boss that we're going up against. And depending on how things go, like I said again, we'll determine whether or not we'll determine how the stream will be affected, or I guess like the VOD will be affected. So, for example, if we say for example, we get into a Fissure of the Fog expedition, we get through that, but we can't both do anything with Night Aspect, like from like either we can't get into a queue, or like we get into a queue, but we can't build to really fucking, deal with them, in any sort of form. Then basically what I would do is just like I would just make like a little video, that I usually keep on Twitch for the most part, of like the winning expedition run, and just go from there. But if I can, of course, be able to do both, this boss and the final boss, I'll have like everything, bought from start to finish. Now, because of how now because of how Fissure in the Fog, aka Caligo, is now a thing, the the mindset that I usually would try and do for a Caligo expedition is I would try and like conjure the mountaintop shifting earth, but I figured that for I, I kind of figured out like for the hell of it that I would just kind of do what I did like the last few streams that I did of this, where it's like I would like queue up against both bosses and see which one I get. And I say like if we get like Fissure of the Fog first and everything like that, then we'll just hope and pray that maybe we get the mountaintop shifting earth, by pure orange Evis or something like that, or maybe we get lucky, to where we don't get to where we're like we don't die by a fucking frostbite and shit, and just go from there. So so yeah. But yeah, I guess while I play the waiting game. But yeah, I was kind of like doing a little bit of experimentation off stream with a build that I kind of saw on YouTube. I had like mild little mild little stuff to them and everything like that, um, but basically what I was trying to do was I was trying to do a thing with Executor where I had the where you use where you use the character skill to boost attack power, but lowers damage negation while attacking passive thing. Um, I was like, I was trying to build like to do a little thing with that, see how it would be, because when it comes to Executor, like he's one character that I'd say like I don't really I guess you say like he's the one character where it's like his playstyle is something I don't always go for. I know the whole situation of like like using the sword, using like his little like special sword thing for like blocking, and the more that you block, the more you go to supposedly get power for for the slicing and everything like that. But the whole idea was like, even though like I don't expect that this would ever happen, but like the whole, so okay. So basically, I saw a video about quote unquote about supposedly like being able to one shot the Night Lords and all that. Speaking of Night Lords, probably going to the final one. But yeah, like I saw a video about like can we build a one shot all the Night Lords and then ring Nightreign. Um, and it involved Executor, and it had that little passive ability as I mentioned, and all that. And a part of me is kind of like curious to maybe like try and do like a run of the game. It wouldn't really be a solo game, but it'd probably be more like it'd probably be more like like a trios expedition thing like I'm doing here. Where it's like I try to to have that look kind of like a little play style and everything. I was like kind of like looking at that, and I was like trying to. So I guess you said like I was trying like to take like like mental notes, but like how like supposedly to to do the thing, and yeah, I made a nice little build that I made a nice little build with some stuff like I can't remember if the yellow relic that I had that passive ability was something that I got by pure luck, or if I was something that you could be able to actually get from either like the collector sideboard or small jar bazaar or something like that. Yeah, let's see. I got a red one there. Not bad. Aerogel relic thing there. Okay. But yeah, it's this little thing about like being like, hey, like I wanted to, to try and do this, and see what it was like and all that, because a couple of the things that I saw from the video that I watched about like one shotting the Night Lords was, I think it's like having like the Dark Knight of the Baron thing, aka like Everdark I think it was like Everdark, Gaping Jaws, Relic, where it had like critical hits, critical hits +1, and critical hits earn runes. You know, have that. Have the and then like have the you know the like the passive ability, you know, thing for Executor, where it's like, oh, you know, you use character skill, boost attack power, but attacking, you know, lowers damage, you know, like lowers damage negation and stuff like that. And then like afterwards, and then it was like afterwards, you know, it's like, oh, like I saw another one thing about like having the Never Gel passive, and I think like originally it was like something else, but I want to say like it might have been like either like I want to say like either it was like the Evergel relic that you get from the collector's signboard, or B, it might have been something that was, you know, or might be like a random little relic that I guess the person who made the video somehow had that, you know, had the thing. Take that for now. Probably not gonna be able to keep everything, but anyway, so but yeah, so because we are facing Night Aspect first, I guess for like for the Calico fight, you know, we might try and you know, we might try and see if we can get lucky, you know, to just, you know, like just get to a regular session or whatever, but I don't know. There we go, Lion. That's one that was good, in my opinion. Okay, so we can be able to check out the castle, because this doesn't... Cause even though the storm will be close by to it, but, you know, we'll still be able to, you know, don't do anything. Rejection! You know, funny thing, in a way, if you wanna call it that, but, quite recently I actually finished up... I actually technically finished up my, my run of my fist build that I made in Elden Ring, the regular Elden Ring, that is. Yeah, I did a little thing with a character I referred to as Fisting McPunch'em. I actually managed to do a little, side mission thing that I never done before with any other character, which was doing Charles Alexander's quest. I was going all in, man. Just doing all I got. Oh, what do you know? Alright. But yeah, I managed to do all that and had a little, friendly competition showdown with Alexander, and I got his little skill thing. I think I will actually take this because not only do I have a thing for a holy weapon type thing, but also I have the red balance relic, and supposedly it's supposed to be like a way to maybe like proc the it's supposed to be like a thing. It's just like supposedly kind of like proc the the red balancer's third effect. Alright. We'll do this. Damage the garrison. I'm assuming we're probably going to go upwards a little bit, probably take on the Spanish Knight, or up here. Homeboy of Dawn, making some nice little progress meetings. I'm sorry if you hear me double there. Sometimes I get a little bit anxious, and I sometimes try to check on my stream on my phone, see if everything's still working and behaving nicely. Hold on. Well, I'll let someone else look at it if they want to. I think I will actually take that, so I can have the, the relic or the passive, and all that. I mean, if I don't have it on, hey, you motherfucker! I must say, even though I don't have it in on my offhand, but I still have it, so I can still get the path to get. I fucking hate those. I fucking hate those digger bitch asses. Like they have like fucking insane aim with accuracy and all that. Hey, you ain't got no help, bruh. Like, sit down, like, sit down. Well, shit. You're gonna have to make a mental note of that. Well, I have to make a little mental note of that and be like, hey, gotta go there and see what what power drops was the thing. Also, yeah, I do need to get some flasks. Guess I'll do that for right now. I mean, hey, it's on the way. At my way, you damn bats. I'm a Duchess on a mission. We got Jack Clam. It's probably gonna be Wormface, I'm guessing. Yeah, when you got like a giant crab and these things, yeah, it's always leads up to Wormface. My thing's almost going. Fucking death blight. I need Jules to get away. There we go. Okay. There's dodging. Level 11. Ow. Knight's Cavalry. That music is physical attack power. Ooh, someone trying to throw a rock at us. You know, it seems like more like a fucking boulder, but still. It was a giant ting, and they tried to hit us with it. And in my game, there's a fucking bell ring down here. Somehow got grabbed, even though I was on the fucking side of him. Ow. Wow. You know what? Fuck it. Even though it was giving me the fucking, giant red braid thing, it's like, hey, I got this. One can say, be like, hey, that's close enough. Poison armaments. I don't know about you, but I kind of want to go over here. I want to go see what that one boss dropped. Oh, speaking of bosses. Demi-Human Queen. Yeah, I want to see what was dropped over here. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do it. I think screw it. I'll do it. I can only wonder if they're, I can only wonder if, you know, if my teammates be like, you know, what is this Dutch is doing way over there? You know, all that. And it's like, hey, you know, there's, you know, stuff that you gotta build fine. Yeah, and I think that's probably like a good sign that, like, right there, it's like, hey, you know, we could use some help over here. I gotta fucking, you know, get over there. And apparently now we got a Noster raid. Ow! I gotta see who these raid. I gotta see who, you know, what these drops are. Iron Eye. Iron Eye and the Recluse family. So for those that don't know what it means by the plague of locusts has died down, it pretty much means that the raid, you know, it pretty much means that Noster has left. Yeah, pretty much it means that, you know, Noster's left and couldn't be able to really get the power, which is, you know, which is one of those things where it's like, you know, it's like you know, it kind of sucks, but at the same time it's like, what can you do, you know? You know, it's one of those things like, you know, you know, it is what it is, you know, what can you do? You know, it is a nice little, like, thing to have if you can build actually, you know, to find them, you know, find Noster and, you know, take them out and all that, but it's like, Anyway. Trying to see where everyone's at. Oh, Twitter test. Oh crap. I guess I'll take the bull crab. And then I'll mix me way to the castle. I have a slight feeling that we probably might go up top. Yep. It's Loretta's bitch ass. Meet me here. Ain't worth the time or effort in the day. Got her. Activate Holy Ground, low HP. Dog of War. War of Dog. Ow. Don't appreciate that at all. Hatch. Base physical attack. See if I can maybe go help, oh, you're an ally. Go. Strong. I've already got a thing for that, so. Let's see. I think I'll do periodical giant lit blades. That could be like a little something to home in on the boss. Homeward boning. Hold on. I got that. There goes, got a nice little setup going here. Oh yeah. I don't know if it was just me, but it looked like the Iron Knight was just like spazzing all over the place there for a moment. Damn. Wasn't my initial intention, but okay. Damn. Fucker. He's cutting the world. I believe that is Adele, aka Gaming Jaws name. Ow. Hey! That's not pretty good. Where the oh, I'm about to say it's like he went all the way over there. You know, it's kind of funny knowing the fact that it's like, you know, I chose both the final two main bosses and everything like that. And we're beginning, and our first boss is the end boss. But the first boss is the final boss. Can you believe it? Alright, so I'm not gonna do like the whole cutscene thing for this. I'm gonna do it pretty much till you know, Dutch just disappears. But yeah, I have been like also like working on other little builds and stuff like that for some of the characters. I actually did a little thing where like I attempted to try and make like a Bloodborne type build for Undertaker. So I might see if I can maybe show that off afterwards. Okay. Sell, sell. I'll keep for now. Hold on a second. Sell, sell. It's not too bad. I guess I'll keep those for right now. If I have to sell them, I'll sell them, you know, and all that. But yeah, like I was saying though, I did a little thing where I was like, where I was like looking up random ideas for builds, and everything like that. And well, I guess more along the lines of like, you know, like I had like the random thought in my head, and I was like, hey, I'll look up and see like, you know, what kind of ideas, you know, are presented to me for, you know, the build idea. So this was the build that so this was the build that very much came, you know, that came about it. So first one is so the first one was talking about the glass necklace and everything like that. You know, one of Undertaker's signature little relics that, you know, some people often, you know, might use. Um, the other one, funny enough, like the other little thing actually came. Okay, so this one actually came in like one part, but like the other one was like talking about it in two. So the whole idea was like it was having like a relic that had like um, partial HP restoration upon post damage attack, which pretty much would be like, you know, the simulating, you know, the Bloodborne rally effect, and also having the thing for Undertaker where it's like attack power increased by landing the final blow of a chain attack, and lo and behold, I managed to get this one. Yeah, I managed to get this one, my little thing. And because you know, like, yeah, I had like, you know, two relics or two passes on one relic, I was thinking to myself like, well, what else can I possibly do? And then this one right here kind of came to my mind. I'd say that this one right here kind of came to my mind like out of nowhere because I think I was like looking at all the yellow relics and everything like that. I was like, oh hey, you know, maybe I could be able to do a little thing with, you know, or with her hammer. Especially because of the fact that, you know, Undertaker's you know, main thing is hammers. So like, you know, why not have, you know, FP restoration upon hammer attacks? So I would be able, you know, to use like, you know, like her main one, you know, to use like, you know, for peripheral strike and, you know, things like that. And of course, you know, critical hits, you know, if it was more the art gauge, and a little small pouch, you know, couldn't hurt. I think I might actually show this one off already, but I was trying to like make like a little build that had like bewitching branches for Scholar, because, you know, because he could be able to have like, you know, more because he could be able to like, you know, create more of them and everything like that. So basically, what I did was like I just like had like I had this like I was trying to find like, you know, I think it's like, you know, extorting avenues or like bewitching branches or something like that. Um, and I found like I said I found like a decent little thing right here. And of course, you know, this is the you know, the thing I was talking about earlier with Executor, um, because because the thing is like, you know, hey, you have this, and you have Dark Knight of the Baron, and then like, you know, having this where it's like excuse me, where it's like, you know, it has slowly restore HP for self and nearby allies with HP. So even if like, you know, if you're doing like a solo run, you can be able to at least, you know, do a little thing with that at most. Um, and of course, you know, there's the attack power increase for each eligible prisoner defeated, and improved poison damage negation with knockback by damage. So it's like, hey, it could, you know, it could be a little something to work with. Okay. Actually, hold on. Chosen options. Oh, okay. Alright, but yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to here, gonna conjure mountaintop shifting earth. And that's fine, I got 161 sovereign sigils. Speaking of Undertaker.
Must it really be me? I wonder, when the dawn breaks, will everyone truly be saved, or?
There's a scholar over here. Alright, but yeah, so... Alright, but yeah, so we're gonna... queue up for that, see what happens. Yeah, like I was trying to think to myself, it's like, could that executor relic have been something I've gotten from, from like, one of the, from one of the boils. Okay, General Relic, Wilder Guardian, Duchess. Oh, there's another thing right there. Hey man, I had to see what you had. Cause I haven't really bought stuff in ages. Alright, let's see. For executor. Okay, so yeah, so that's so this is where you get the so this is where you get this, and all that. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that it's probably like it was either like there or like it was like either a small drop bazaar or collector sideboard.
I am not capable of taking your confession, if that is your hope. So many Night Lords. We'll just have to take them one by one.
So. But yeah, like I was saying, I said before and everything like that, but when it comes to Nightreign, like, I have to try, like, to experiment with different builds here and there. Sometimes, like, from, like, sometimes from, like, getting, sometimes, from, like, getting, random relics and all that stuff from the ventures and stuff that I've had to, seeing, like, what kind of stuff happens from, from getting stuff from, like, the small jar bazaar or collect a sideboard, and be like, okay, I want to, make a little something out of that. Kind of think about, it's kind of like thinking about, like, what I might do for a future thing after this. So, I must say, I almost forgot something about that, everything, but so, random little story, if you want to call it that. Quite recently, I actually managed to finally beat the night aspect solo as Iron Eye. And this was the build right here that I used when I beat him. So a little context, I guess. So I was looking on YouTube one day and I saw a video from a user named Nerf Lord Mikey, who I'm not sub to the guy, but like I seen like his some of his videos and stuff here and there. He does a lot of like Deep of Night related stuff in Nightreign, which I have like my own 2 cents about, where it's like it's like, hey, I know it's kind of like the new hotness, if you will. But I feel like people should also kind of be like, hey, why not take like the the base game and see like kind of what kind of results that you get from there. And I saw a little thing about where he was talking about like things like Iron Eye, or like like Iron like it pretty much involved like things like Iron Eye and the Everett Balance or relic and everything like that. So like I was kind of like I was kind of curious. So I looked through the video a bit, and I saw pretty much a build that was kind of like this, where he had the red balancer relic, he had the glass necklace, and he had a had a thing for having +1 additional character skill use for Iron Eye, and I was like, oh, maybe I could build to try that out with my thing, since I have a nice little relic for that. And so I was like, okay, and I want to try that out. And one day, like I was like, okay, I kind of want to see how my run would go. I guess probably like someone like Nine Aspect. And on my downtime, I went through the whole thing, and I actually managed to beat him. And I was pretty happy about that. I was pretty happy about how things went, and all that, because like I was, cause pretty much the thing was like I was trying like to do a thing that I hadn't really done since I first installed and played Nightreign, which was basically like trying to be, at least beat the main bosses. Like I didn't really care about like doing the DLC bosses and shit like that, but like I wanted to like try to be like the normal bosses and everything like that. Even though there was like some crazy moments here and there, but I managed to actually do a little thing with with Iron Eye, and things went pretty nice there. And I actually managed to upload a video onto my YouTube channel to pretty much like show my little run of all that. So, yeah, I was pretty happy about that, and then I made like a nice little thumbnail thing for it. And that little thumbnail thing for that. Went from there. Guess I'll get that for now. Fire sickle. So now I have a thing for frost and fire. It's also got less likely to be targeted to you, which is nice. I don't mind that at all. Not one bit. Aww. Alright. Oh, Black Knife Assassin. Say that, like that. Alright, so yeah, definitely going to save the salvage fire sickle. For some reason then I'm two-handing the sickle. Alright. I still think the runes are strong. But yeah, I don't, yeah, like, I guess I kind of changed the subject, you know, like kind of getting back to the whole situation with Caligo. Yeah, whenever I do, you know, whenever I do these little runs, you know, whether it be like, you know, if I'm doing it like by myself or, you know, in trios, or even often at times like, you know, where I may, like, you know, do it with like a friend, like maybe like say like, you know, me and Onyx do, you know, like a duo thing and all that. The one shifting Earth I always try and do a lot more than any other at most. Is always Caligo. You know, I always like, you know, trying to have the mountaintop shifting airs because because I say like because I say basically like it's kind of a thing where it's like it makes I guess you say like it makes the fight more like the fight more bearable. You know, especially on the fact that it's like, oh, you got fucking you got fucking you know, frostbite and shit like that. You know, so why not have like a power of the shifting earth that kind of, you know, does something good for, you know, when you get like frozen to death, more or less. And I say that, and I say it in like a funny bit way where it's like, oh, you're not like, where it's like, oh, like we're like you're not like literally frozen to death, but you know, it's like, you know, it's like the thought process, I guess. Okej, Roger. We'll kind of take it for now. Even though unfortunately, like, it still kind of sucks where it's like, you get a Wakazashi, right? And it's like, oh, it's you know, in the dagger category. You can't build like, you know, you can't build like, you know, to do the thing of like doing like power stancing or whatever with them. Cold Wakazashi. I mean, I think that's a no-brainer right there. I don't know if we're gonna actually go to do the power on day one because, you know, it's gonna be kind of in the storm, you know. But I guess we can take on the little demi-human boy. Because he can know when to be around almost a couple of times. Alright. I'd say for right now, though, I'm probably going to at most, keep my starting dagger. Oh, that's the Black Blade Kindred. You know what? Have at it again. Ouchie. He froze for a moment there. Shot for that because of that. Oh, what's up for that? Ow. Ow! You bastard. Got that one two hands. Take that. Oh, well, you know. Pretty close to the thing. Ouchie. I know there's another slab of blobby meat. Ow. Take that. Take that and wind it back. Take that and wind it back. Alright, level 10. Pretty good on day one, methinks. Anything over? Sorry about that. Golden Perry. You know what? I'll take that. Switch it with that. I only got two things. I got Strike Share and the Warning Stone. Where are you? There's gonna be Jimmy Bear in there and those who live in death. Yeah, cat. I don't know why, but like it's weird, but also kind of fun at the same time. Where it's like you're trying to take on TV and Mare and everything like that. And then next thing you know, it's like next thing you know, it has like a little bit of like a glitch, kind of like a glitch in his animation. Oh no, he's still doing it again. Ouchie. There we go. He's dead now, Jim. Yeah. Oh. Alright, we'll get sudden enemy death upon attack that land. Get spigot land on it. Let's see. I'd say at most, you know, just it seems like there's technically like, well, I guess like 2 more locations for churches, but you know, we'll get that one, that one little spot. Yeah, so we got special merch here. Actually, hold on. know the walkers will shake. You know what? Fuck it. $79.79. They're probably thinking about maybe going like, you know, doing the mountaintop thing. I'm actually gonna get rid of that. Then again, I might actually keep it. Rrrr. They're trying to poke me in the butt, chat. The crazed butt pokers. Oh, I see a hippio down below. Which, in case anyone's wondering what the fuck I mean by a hippio, it's just a little funny name that I call the hippo. It's just a funny little way I say hippos, at least in terms of Nightreign. You know, I'll randomly call them, you know, call the hippo boss enemy, like I call him as a hippio. Cause I'm hip, yo. Alright, let's see. Check over here. If there's any chests. There's not. That's really fine. I know you want me, but you can't have me. Alright. You know what? He should have been dead by now. Well, it is what it is. Anywho, well, meanwhile, back at the ranch. At the ranch. Alright, we'll see what we got here. Anti-dragon effect. Give me Mr. Giant Sir. Freezing pots. Oh God! I hope I'm not gonna I'm hoping and praying that I'm not gonna have the same issue that I had last time when I fought the fucking when I fought the fucking ice dragon over here. Ow! Ow! So. Ew. let me try and see if I can get there, get to the area first before I talk about it. Okay, so basically what happened was, I was doing like a random little expedition thing in a trios mode. I was playing as, I believe I was playing as Raider at the time, and we basically had just gotten the power of the outside shifting Earth, and for whatever reason, the dragon was like clipping into like a rock area, and the frame rate and like the whole and the frame rate was just like it was taken pretty crazy, like, in my opinion. But yeah, basically, like in a nutshell, you know, the frame rate was taken quite kind of. You know, it was like so low and everything like that at times that it almost wondered like if it was gonna like crash or something like that. But you know, I guess you said like it's one of those situations where you know, like even though things were kind of running a bit slower, you know, we still managed to actually get through it. But the one thing that was so stupid about about the ending of it was after after the few little deaths we had here and there, like, cause I think that we all had, you know, we all have to have had it. Like after fucking killing after fucking killing the dragon and everything like that, we could not be able to get we could not be able to get the Door of Power reward because of how basically it was clipped into the rock. You know, it's like, I mean, we spent all that time trying to, like, you know, not only kill the dragon but also, you know, get the reward and everything like that, just for everything, you know, to just not work as properly. Well, what do you know? I think I'm actually going to take, I think I'm actually going to take the Black Knife. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to two-hand me Black Knife. Yeah, I believe we pretty much done everything we could around here. Don't really know why we're going up, but why are we going this way? We could be just heading back down. Like, yeah, like we already done the thing. Oh shit. I think I have to go this way, actually. I'm gonna just do the drop of faith. Well, hold on, let me see something. Okay. Alright, so yes, I think I have a little idea as to what I can do. Yeah. Eh. Bye-bye then, sir. You will not be missed. Alright. So yeah, I think I now will have a nice little setup here. Hey. Alright, so yeah, so got a black knife, got the Silver's fire sickle, black knife also has a thing for AP restoration punk landing attack, so if I can build do stuff and things, you know, correctly and all that, then I could possibly be able to use the special quite a bit. I can be able to use what they call Blade of Death. Hey! Oh, fuck you, I dodged. Okay, it's going to be the glass ceiling bit, where it's going to like freeze the freeze the air up top, I guess, and then like try to do that. That's the best way I can kind of describe that move. It's like it's basically called like the glass ceiling. Yeah, it's like we're basically like in a nutshell, like Caligo. She'll like, I don't know if like he, she, whatever, but basically like, Caligo will go, kind of like just breathe, cold air and all that up in the sky. Basically breathe cold air up in the sky, and then pretty much turn into like ice. Okay, it's a little flyby. Oh no! Ah, one more hit, one more good hit. There we go. Alright. I love it. Well, not too bad, but hold on a sec. So... So... I guess I'll sell that, because Holy Grace is like, it's okay, but like at the same time it's like, I'll just take my chances elsewhere. But yeah, there we go. We have now completed our little thing with Duchess, doing the double balancer Duchess run. And I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually going to the weight room. I'm going to pass the time to get rid of Shifting Earth. But yeah, I will say there will be more Nightreign streams in the future, especially for stuff like this. Don't know exactly 100% for sure yet about what I will do for for my next little run and all that. But I have some ideas. Oh yeah, this kind of like another thing I've been playing around with, which is another little thing like having using the glass necklace on someone else other than Undertaker. I've also been kind of in a way sort of experimenting. I've been kind of trying to debate whether I might try to get back into Deep of Night in a way, but even though I don't really like Deep of Night because for one the balancing is not really that great. Two, there's nothing really to shoot for. It's like, oh, you could be able to, you could quote unquote make a, certain builds stuff like that, especially the relics and stuff like that, the Deep of Night relics. But it's like, it literally don't, it literally only works. And I shit you not when I say this thing, but it literally only works in fucking Deep of Night itself. It only works in fucking Deep of Night itself. You know, like from fucking FromSoft, couldn't think of anything. For some reason, fucking FromSoft couldn't build to think about but be like, hey, why don't we put a little twist on the main game? And it's like, oh, you build these special relics, but they have these little passive effects or whatever. But I don't know. But overall, though, I'm glad that we were able to finish off the double balancer Duchess, run, everything like that. Especially getting the final two bosses under our belt. Might see if we can find someone to raid. It's probably gonna be someone random as hell, but I don't mind. But hey, hey, I don't really mind doing that. Excuse me. But but yeah, I will say I did have some fun though. I did have me some fun. I did have me a little bit of fun with the with the double balancer build and everything like that. Seeing what kind of stuff and things could happen with with that. There more likely will be more double balancer builds and stuff like that runs in the future, but right now though. I guess we could probably try and this person out. I don't know this person or anything like that, but they're pretty much just starting out, so might give them a nice little first raid upon their day. So let's see if I'll put their name in. But yeah, like I said, there will be more Nightreign streams in the future. I've kind of been deciding whether or not if I want to build one thing or another. Um, depending on that, I guess you say kind of it's gonna depend on my curiosity and my mood and all that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the stream and everything like that though. And as always, just want to say, thank you all so much for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw today and everything, and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you want to follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, and all the usual good stuff. Feel free to follow me on Twitter, maybe in Blue Sky as well. And I'll see you all hopefully in the next video or live stream. But until then, as always, please take care of yourselves, everyone, and have a good week or weekend.